new video. Today we are going to learn the new chapter, chapter 2, the earliest societies. The earliest societies. And in our last video we just have completed the chapter 1, what, how and when. In that chapter what we have seen what is history, why should we study history, and the different sources of history. There were two sources of history. First, the archaeological source where the written record was not there, and the literary source when the written record was available. Like in the archaeological source, what was there? The tombs, monuments, inscription, coins, pillars, vessels, pot, etc. And in the literary source, there were the manuscript, religious books, stories, account of foreign travelers, etc. And even we have seen the reconstruction of history, how the historian reconstruct the past, how the historian reconstruct the past with the help of sources of history. Now the geographical location also we have covered. When does history takes place? This also we have seen that BC donated before the Christ and all the events that occurred before the birth of Christ, and AD donated Anno Domini or in the year of Lord, meaning all events that have occurred after the birth of Jesus Christ. This all we have seen. Now today we are going to learn the new chapter, the earliest societies. We are going to learn the new chapter, earliest society. So you also open the page number 21, and there is the chapter 2, the earliest society. That means the earliest society in standard 6. What we are going to learn about? We are going to learn about the ancient period. We are going to learn about the ancient period, Prachin Kal. Ancient period means Prachin Kal, where how the societies are developed, emerged. This all we are going to see in this chapter 2. So what is prehistory? First we have to see what is prehistory. Prehistory is the earliest period in the history of human when they did not know how to read and write. That means prehistory, there is little difference between the history and prehistory. There is little difference between the history and prehistory. So what is history? What is history? History means when the human being did not know how to read and write. That means that time the letters and symbols were not invented, and they were not knowing how to read and write. That means the prehistory. That is the prehistory. All our information about this history period comes from the fossils such as bones and the skeletons and the artifacts such as tool, cave paintings and pottery. That means from the prehistory, how can we study about the prehistory? There are the archaeological source. In our last lecture we have seen the archaeological source was there when that time also the written record was not there. With the help of some fossils means some impression of the man, some impression of the animals, like that. With the help of the fossil like bones and the skeleton, with the help of that dug thing from the earth, archaeologists study about the history and we reconstruct the history. So prehistory is when the written record was not there, and with the help of the dug thing from the earth, archaeologists studied about it and we reconstructed the history. That means the fossils of the bones and the skeleton. That means some fossils are there, so the animals impression is there, so we can understand the animals were living here near the cave, or some man's if some man's footprint is there, so with the help of that footprints, with the help of that clue, we can understand the man where used to live here. So artifacts such as tool, cave paintings and poetry. Artifacts mean kalakriti, and with the help of some artifact we can study the history in prehistory. Since no record of manuscript are available, that time no written record was available, that's why it's called prehistory. When no written record was there, that's why it's called prehistory. Since no written record or manuscript are available, our knowledge about the prehistoric period is very limited. That's why our knowledge of prehistoric period is very limited, because no written record is available that time. That means no manuscript, no books was there, even no letter and symbol was also not there. Just because of some with the help of some clues, like some pottery is there, cave is there, some impression of the animal and man's were there. With the help of that clues only we can understand, we can guess that some society was here, some society were here, the people used to live here. With the help of this pottery we can understand the people used to use this pottery to drink the water or like that. That means with the help of some duck things, some remaining thing, we just reconstruct the past. Prehistory ended at the different times in the various places when people learn to write. Let us read about the early human in prehistoric time. Now, the prehistory after a year prehistory ended. After a year prehistory ended because the man invented a letter and symbols to read and write. But in the prehistory there was no written record because the man didn't invented any letter and symbols. But after a few years, the man invented letter and symbols, and they combined the letter and symbols to make it read and write. So the prehistory ended over there. Prehistory ended over there when man invented letter and symbols to read and write, and even the man learned to read and write. So let us read about early human in prehistoric time. Life in the prehistoric period, how the people used to live, what they used to eat, what they used to wear, how they used to behave, and how they used to live in the prehistoric period. Let's see it. When the written record was not there, that time how the people were living. Let's see here. Life in prehistoric period. Life in prehistoric period means where the written record was not there that time. How the people were used to live and how they communicate with each other. Modern human being first appeared on the earth about 200,000 years ago. That means first man, Homo sapiens, the first man appeared on the earth on 200,000 years ago. And the scientists believe that they evolved or developed from the homininus. That means the first man was there who was appeared in the earth. There was the first man, and who was the first man? Homo sapiens. Who was the first man? Homo sapiens. Now the scientist is claiming here that the first man was developed from the homininus. He was developed from the homininus. Now who is this homininus? Who is this homininus? We know the first man appeared in 200,000 years ago on the earth, and the man was Homo sapiens. The man was Homo sapiens. Now the scientist has claimed here that the first man is developed from the homininus. The man is developed from the homininus. The homininus were not human beings, but they had a characteristic similar to the human. The homininus is not a man, but he was just similar as a human being. He was just similar as a human being, similar to human being. And scientists claim that the first man who appeared on the earth was developed from the homininus. So who was the homininus? The homininus is the man. He was not human being actually, but it was a similar like to human being. The hominidus was similar like to human being. Hominidus were not human beings, but they had a characteristic similar to humans. That means they were just looking like a human being. Hominidus could walk, stand, erect, and knew the art of making fire. That means the hominidus not human being, but they are also have a same characteristic and like human. So that hominidus also can walk, run, and knew the art of making fire. He was also knowing how to burn the fire, how to fire, and how to collect the things. Even he was also the same like as a human being walk. The hominidus also walk, stand, and he also knows the art of making fire. They do not exist anymore, but they lived on earth for many thousands of years. That means today if we see their existence is not there. Existence means astitva. Their existence is not there on the earth, but the historian has claimed that they have lived till 1,000 of years on the earth. They have lived till 1,000 of years on the earth. When human beings appeared, they learned how to adapt to their challenging environment. They knew how to hunt and how to useful fire was. Now, hominidus we have seen this is not human being, but he was just look like a man, and even hominidus can could walk, stand, and he knew the art of making fire. Then after hominidus, then scientists claim the man who was first appeared on the earth, he was just developed from the hominidus. The man was just developed from the hominidus, and when the man developed, when human being appeared, they learned how to adapt to their challenging environment. Then human being was there after hominidus. Human being was appeared on the earth. Human being was appeared on the earth, and now they had to accept the many challenges in environment, because if we are living on the environment, if we are living in the jungle, because in the ancient period people were not knowing how to build the house or how to use the things, they were not knowing. Now in this modern period we know everything, what to use, how to use this, everything we know. But in the ancient period, when the first man appeared on the earth, they didn't know anything. They didn't know anything, so everything was challenging for them. All the things were very challenging for them, and the human being adopted that challenge with environment, because they used to live in the jungle. The first human in the ancient period, the people used to live in the jungle, and they had to face many challenges in the jungle. So when human being appeared, they learned how to accept the challenge and how to deal with the challenge. They knew how to hunt and how useful fire was. They had learned all this from their early predecessor, the hominidus. Now, when the human being appeared on the earth, they had to face many challenges, because they didn't know anything, how to do, what to eat, how to cook, how to live, how to wear. They didn't know anything. But something they just learned from the hominidus was something they just learned from the hominidus, who was just looking like a man. So what they learn from the hominidus, they learn how to hunt. That means how to hunt the animal and how to make a fire. These two things they learn from the hominidus. That means how to hunt, how to get our meat, how to get the food from the animal, and how to fire the meat, and how to create a fire. These two things the man learned from the hominidus. They had learned all this from the early predecessors, the hominid. Let us see how the people lived. Now, we have seen in the prehistoric period Homo sapien appeared on the earth, but the man was just looking like a hominidus. The hominidus was not human being, but he has the same characteristic like a human. He was same characteristic like human, and from the hominidus, the man learned how to hunt and how to create a fire. Now let's see how these people were lived. Now human being was appeared. Now how they were deal with the challenge of the environment. During the prehistoric period, life was very different from what we can imagine today. That means the life which we are enjoying, the liberty which we are enjoying right now in this modern period, it is very advanced. It is very advanced. We know everything. If we go somewhere from one place to another place, we can deal with everything. We can get food easily. We can get accommodation facility easily. But in that ancient period, everything was the challenging for the people, and how they deal with it, it is very difficult, which we can imagine today. The early human did not know how to grow. They did not know how to grow their own food. Moreover, they had to protect themselves from the wild beasts and the predator, as well as the rain and the icy winter. That means in the ancient period, the people was not knowing how to grow their food. Now in the modern, we can see the farmers grow the many food. Farmers grow many crops in their farmer. But in the ancient period, people didn't know how to grow their own food. Even there was a challenge for them. They had to protect themselves from the wild beast. Wild beast meant wild animal, because they used to live in the jungle. So they just have to protect themselves from the wild animal. And from the summer, changing season was also there. So they just have to save themselves. They just have to protect themselves from the changing season like winter, icy winter, monsoon, summer. For the winter season, we just have to need some warm clothes. But that time and in the ancient period, people didn't know how to make the warm clothes. If we face the winter in this modern way, we can wear the sweater, we use the blanket. But that time, that all facility was not there. So it was very difficult to face that all challenges to the man. Early humans were known as hunters and gatherers. They only know which thing they learn from the hominidus, just hunting and gathering and making fire. Just the two things they learned from the hominidus, which was that hunting and making fire. They only know this thing. Even they don't know how to grow their own food, how to get the food, and how to protect ourselves from the wild animal and from the changing season. Early human were known as hunter-gatherer. They hunted animals for their meat and gathered food, roots, honey, berries, nuts, etc. Now what they started hunting and they started collecting food. When the first man was appeared on the earth, so just little thing they know, making fire and hunting. Then slowly and gradually they learn to collecting the food. And what they used to collect? They used to collect the animal for their meat, that means food, and gathering fruits from the jungle. Many plants and trees were there, so they just started collecting the fruits, nuts, honey, berries, etc. from the forest. We know the ancient people just used to live in the jungle, so they just depending on the plants and animals. They just depending on the plants and animals, and the plants and animals, from the plants and animals they just started collecting their foods. So what they collected? Fruit, roots, honey, berries and nuts. Early humans were nomadic. Nomadic means roaming. Nomadic means always roaming here to there, from one place to another, moving. That means their life was just moving. They were not stable at one place. They were not stable at the one place. They just started roaming here and there. So that means their life was not stable. They were just nomadic. Their life was nomadic. Their life was not stable. वो एक जगह नहीं रहते थे. देयर लाइफ वॉज जस्ट नोमैडिक. उनको एक जगह से दूसरे जगह घूमते रहना पड़ता था जस्ट टू सर्च फॉर फूड. दे मूव फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू प्लेस in the search of more food and water. For getting the food and water, they had to just move from one place to another place. Now, if right now we cannot move from here one place to another place, just for to meet our relatives, we go to another city to go our relatives' house. But for the food, we don't move here to there because everything is available in this modern period. Everything is available, but in the ancient period, nothing was there. So everything was challenging for the man, and their life was just nomadic. So they just had to move from one place to another place in the search of food and water. When the animals that they hunted moved to the distant places, the early humans being dependent on them and were compelled to move with them. They also moved from one place to place except the harsh climatic condition. Now, in the ancient period, what the people do? The people used to hunt the animal. If he started hunting the animal and animal ran the another place, so with that animal, man had to also move from the move with the animal. If he started hunting the animal and that animal injured and he ran from there to the another place, so man also had to move with the animal because the man was depending for food on the animal. If animal is not here and the man had to hunt the animal, if any place the animal is there, so man also had to move from there with the animal because his whole life for food was depending on the animal. So they also moved from place to place to escape the harsh climate condition. So, and they also had to, for the food they had to move because their life was nomadic. For the food and water they just moved one place to another place, but from escape the harsh climate condition also they had to move. That means for protecting themselves from the harsh climate condition, they also had to move from one place to another place. In the prehistoric era, humans lived in cave and small primitive hut made of twigs, logs and animal skin. That means in prehistoric period, in the ancient period, people used to live in jungle. Used to live in the jungle and they used to live in cave, or they started making the hut with the help of some wood, twigs, log and animal skin. Just to make a roof of the hut, they used animal skin. And in the ancient period, people used to live in the cave and hut made by the twigs, logs and animal skin. They stitch animal hide and barks to make their clothes. Even they don't know how to wear, what to wear, so they just started wearing clothes, but they made that cloth from the animal skin. They were hunting the animal, they used to hunt the animal for food, and they used that animal skin to wear the cloth to cover their body. They stitch animal hide and barks to make clothes. Early humans also used a variety of tools made of stones, sticks and bones to protect themselves from the wild animal, to hunt animals and to chop trees. Now, to protect themselves from the forest beasts, they started wearing the clothes which made by the animal skin. Even they started making the hut with the help of twigs, logs and animal skin. Now here they also invented the weapon. They also invented such a weapon to protect themselves from the animals, to protect themselves from the wild animals. So what they made? They made some variety of tools. They made some variety of tools made of stone, sticks, bones to protect themselves from the animal and hunt animal and chop the tree. From the stone, they made such a tools to hunt the animal, to chop the things, to chop the trees, to cut the trees, to hunt the animal, to cut the meat. For this all things they made some tools to protect themselves from the animal, from the wild animal, and to hunt the animal and to chop the tree. Now, which kind of stone tool were there? Which kind of stone tools were there? We'll see. First, you note down this all the important notes in your notebook. Now what we covered, what we have seen, what is prehistory. Prehistory refers to the period when human beings did not know how to read and write. And what is history? Then I have just written the difference between history and prehistory. So history is referred to the period where the written record of man's activities were available, that is history. So who were hominins? So it is similar to the human being. Scientists think that humans developed from the hominins. Hominins learned to adapt to their environment, and the early human being used to discovery of the hominins. So these all points you just note down in your book. Now what is, we have seen the human beings started making some tools by the stone. They started making some tools by the stone to protect themselves from the wild animal and for the hunting and for chopping the tree, to cut the trees. So the stone tools we'll see in our next video, and there are phases of the stone age also we'll see in our next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and thank you.